If you're not aware, we will be able to get 6 Archboss completions as our guild raids during this 2-week event. And that is because the reset for purchasing the currency which you need to open these Archboss Guild Raids resets on Tuesday and not on, say, the usual Thursday. Now this is actually intended and confirmed at least by the Korean devs. You can read this right here. It is intended that you can purchase this 6 times during the 2 weeks of the event. And that is because the purchase reset date is on Tuesday. 6 a.m. KST. That is actually 9 p.m. UTC on the Monday. And that's why you could have purchased it on the Monday. Some of you would have thought it was a bug. We ended up having an emergency maintenance on that day as well. And people were wondering, is it because of this? They did just say it was to fix an increase in crashes. And yeah, it was probably just that, because the Korean devs again are stating that the reset on that Monday, 9 p.m. UTC or Tuesday 6 a.m. KST is intended. And yes, you will be able to then purchase this 6 times and perform 6 of these Queen Bellandir Guild Raids during this 2-week event. So that's pretty neat. But just be aware, you have to perform these guild raids before Wednesday the 28th. That's 5 a.m. KST, so it should be 8 p.m. on Tuesday. So you have a very tight window where you do have the chance to kill it 6 times, but make sure your guild leaders and advisors are on the ball to purchase those when you can the next week, and then you get your guild together on Monday evening or Tuesday afternoon. If you're in America, you're going to have to do those on Monday to actually be able to kill these guys and take away that extra loot. Again, the drops aren't that bad. You're guaranteed to always obtain 1 armor piece that's tier 2, 1 accessory that's tier 2, and then 2 other pieces that can include like a nebula accessory and an archboss weapon. Now, because we had downtime earlier, along with a client update to resolve shop issues, we won't be having maintenance later today for those of you in America, and on Thursday morning for us in EU. So you can enjoy uninterrupted gameplay. But yes, then no patch, no extra changes or fixes. What is kind of exciting is we can look forward to a live stream from the Korean devs tomorrow that should show us upcoming new content that's going to be released, along with various events and a Q&A session. It will all be in Korean, so we'll have to wait a bit till it gets translated. But yes, looking forward to that. I know there's been a lot of doom posting with regards to this game, saying it's dead, etc, etc. And yeah, a lot of you have valid points, but a lot of you also come from PvP and just getting burnt out with regards to the meta there. Getting a bit stale, the balance doesn't seem right, and ultimately the pay to win just feels pretty bad when you have people with those top tier archboss weapons just killing you over and over, and there's just then this divide between what players can achieve. It really just doesn't feel good. Personally, I've took a step back, focused more on PvE, and just taking it a bit more relaxed. And honestly, that's been great. I have had no real rush to spend my Lucent. I can simply save it up for, I don't know when, maybe the next tier of gear. I still find it pretty fun optimizing builds. There's so much diversity with all the different weapons you can play as well. And sure, there's not a whole lot of requirement for min-max endgame builds right now, particularly in PvE, because there's just no content. But they did say they're going to come out with like raids, 12-player raids for PvE. Hopefully that will be at least somewhat exciting, have some good new rewards. But yes, I think the big issue is Throne and Liberty catered a lot towards PvP players, and then over time, it switched more to casual PvE players, coming out with all those peace portals on bosses, making loot a lot more accessible. And that's, I just think, because that's the majority of their player base. And I personally don't think PvP is going to survive too well in this game. Not with pay to win how it is. If I look at Neverwinter, PvP just died. These vertical progression games, which incorporate a lot of PvP, don't tend to do so well. They end up focusing more on PvE, New players can join, experience PvE, have fun, and they just don't really have any hope to play PvP. As soon as there's that big gap between a new player and an endgame player in PvP, you never really get fresh players joining PvP because of that massive gap. And they have to look at that and are just like, no, I better off just play a different game. Apex, Fortnite, PUBG, those PvP games where you can join, hop in, you're at the same gear level, and you have fun right from the start. Why would I join Throne and Liberty to play PvP when I have to do a 3-month grind just to max out my character and then get still stomped by some pay-to-win guy? But yes, that's my take on it. Make sure to get your Bellandir raids done, can be very useful, and good luck on your drops. And the devs did say we'll be getting a Tevent event later. When they made their Twitter post announcing the Queen Bellandir Guild Raids, they did reply to this guy saying that they've confirmed Tevent is also coming and that this isn't the final Archboss event. Stay tuned. So that's it for now. Thanks all for watching, and we'll see you guys around.